silences the doubter.
That she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is. Beautiful knee from the plum. And Ditcheva beckons Gina Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
Sumiko Inaba drops a bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva. In response, Dakota fires back with full confidence. Listen to what she had to say. I mean, she's the face of the PFL. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
I mean, she's the face of PFL. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
After this brutal warning, Dakota didn't stop there. She responded to Sumiko Inaba with confidence and fire. Dakota said, "They literally want to come in and take everything I have. And that's how I have to approach every single fight. I have to protect every single ounce of my career, my life. Expect fireworks and you won't be disappointed on July 19th. She's no walkover, but I don't think she's on my level. I'm going to show that in South Africa."
They literally want to come in and take everything I have, and that's how I have to approach every single fight. I have to protect every single ounce of my career, my life.
Expect fireworks and you won't be disappointed on July 19th.
She's no walkover, but I don't think she's on my level. I'm going to show that in South Africa.
Wow, just wow. Dakota made it crystal clear. This wasn't just another fight for her. This was about defending everything she's worked for, everything she's built. And that line, I don't think she's on my level. I'm going to show that in South Africa. That's not trash talk. That's a promise. And Dakota Ditcheva has a reputation for keeping her promises inside that cage.
Ditcheva, a huge favorite in this one. Inaba has embraced that all week long and really all camp long. Ready to pull off the big upset in Cape Town.
Talk about confidence. Sumiko wasn't just challenging Dakota for a win. She was coming for her throne, her reputation, and everything she'd built. This was a direct challenge to Dakota's dominance in the flyweight division. But here's the thing about champions. They don't back down from challenges. They embrace them. And Dakota Ditcheva, she had the perfect response waiting. When Dakota heard Sumiko's warning, she didn't just brush it off. No, she came back with a response that sent chills down everyone's spine. The stage was set. July 19th, 2025. Cape Town, South Africa. PFL Champions Series 2. Two undefeated warriors. Only one would walk out with their perfect record intact. Now, let's talk about what actually happened when these two stepped into the cage. And folks, Dakota delivered exactly what she promised. From the opening bell, the intensity was off the charts. Sumiko came out aggressive, trying to pressure Dakota and make good on her bold claims. But Dakota, she was ready for everything.
Oh, what a knockdown! What a knockout! Sumiko Inaba is 4-0 with her third knockout win, getting it done in less than...
Dakota immediately established control with precise range management. She was landing front kicks to Sumiko's face, snapping her head back repeatedly. Every time Sumiko tried to close the distance and clinch, Dakota punished her with brutal knees and sharp elbows. When Sumiko attempted a takedown, Dakota reversed it and started landing heavy shots from the clinch. The first round ended with Dakota clearly in control. Her striking was more effective. Her defense was shutting down nearly all of Sumiko's offense. The challenger's game plan was already falling apart.
And immediately Inaba blitzing forward. Front kick to the face. And a left hand from Dakota. Immediately, this thing gets wild.
I hate to disagree with Ian Parker, but I don't see this going to round number 2 at this pace. Ditcheva said she won the first round knockout. She's so dangerous in these clinch positions.
This is where things got even more interesting. Dakota opened with another clean front kick and continued to dominate in the clinch. Her elbows were slicing through Sumiko's guard. Her knees to the body were relentless. But here's where Dakota showed her true warrior spirit. Around the halfway mark of the round, she injured her left hand. You could see her signal it to her corner. Most fighters would back off, play it safe. Not Dakota. She adjusted her strategy, throwing more kicks, right hands, and elbows. Even with one compromised hand, she landed over 170 total strikes throughout the fight.
Here's that tie plum, knee to the body. And again, Inaba doing a good job of just crowding the space.
And some lack of body shots. Problems, you can't trade a body shot for a knee in this position.
The third round showcased everything that makes Dakota Ditcheva special. Despite the injury, despite the pain, she kept pushing forward. She switched stances, used spinning kicks, fired leg kicks, keeping Sumiko completely off balance. Sumiko, to her credit, showed incredible toughness. She was visibly swollen and exhausted, but she refused to go down, absorbing everything Dakota threw at her.
From Sumiko Inaba because Ditch was too far away. Now this is where Inaba wants to fight. She's got to be careful coming in.
They want to be here, backed against the fence.
Near the end of the round, you could see Dakota wince from the pain in her injured hand. But did she stop? No way. She threw a flurry of strikes to close out the fight strong. She wanted the finish, and Sumiko's incredible durability was the only thing that kept her standing. When that final bell rang at 5 o'clock of round 3, everyone in the arena knew who had won. The judges confirmed it. All three scored the fight 30-27 in favor of Dakota Ditcheva. After the fight, Dakota was emotional in the cage. She acknowledged the pain and the toll the fight took, but she also smiled, because she knew she'd just extended her undefeated record to 15-0.
Takedowns. Ditcheva's been very confident this fight's going to stay on the feet. Hasn't even had to worry about a level change.
Inaba tried to sneak an uppercut right up through the middle. Instead, it's Ditcheva working the right hand to the body.
In her post-fight interview, Dakota said, "Yeah, I think I've injured my left hand, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long, and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you so much."
Yeah, I think I've injured my left arm, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
Despite the injury, Dakota had even bigger news to share. She just re-signed with PFL, securing her future with the organization. I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together.
I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together. So hopefully we can carry on bringing crowds like this because you guys really set a standard. So congratulations, guys.
And she wasn't done yet. Dakota made it clear she's eyeing the winner of the upcoming Liz Carmouche versus Gina Bishop fight, scheduled for August 15th. The undefeated champion is ready for whoever's next. So what did we learn from this fight? First, Sumiko Inaba came in with bold claims, but Dakota Ditcheva proved that there are levels to this game. She's not the face of PFL by accident. She's earned it through dominance, skill, and an unbreakable will. Second, Dakota showed us what a true champion looks like. Fighting through an injury, adjusting her strategy mid-fight, and still landing over 170 strikes. That's not just talent, that's heart. Third, Dakota's background gives her an edge that few can match. Born into the fight game with a Muay Thai world champion mother, Lisa Howarth, the warrior spirit runs deep in her blood. That foundation, combined with modern MMA tactics, makes her nearly unbeatable. Dakota Ditcheva just proved once again why she's one of the most complete and dangerous fighters in women's MMA today. From the pre-fight warnings to the post-fight interviews, she backed up every single word. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our fight coverage. Drop a comment below. Do you think anyone can stop Dakota Ditcheva? Who should she fight next?
Fighting Lisa Howarth! fighting dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
I want to let that number.
Overhead left. See the speed of Dakota Ditcheva on display. Nasty combination.
Back to the feet.
I don't think it's as obvious as right hand there from Dakota.
Rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, big nasty. She's in trouble. That's the end. This is in big trouble. Potentially, she's hammering away. Referee was looking closely. Lisa Malden looked for a moment like she was going to be finished. But no quick in this woman. Another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top. Fight. Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. On the right. More body shots. This one's
Lisa Malden just dropped a massive message aimed directly at Dakota Ditcheva, and you won't believe what happened next. Lisa Malden came out firing with some seriously bold words directed at the undefeated Dakota Ditcheva. She was confident, she was ready, and she wasn't holding back. But did her confidence match her performance inside that cage? Stick around because this story has a shocking twist that left the entire MMA community speechless. All right, let's set the stage. Leading up to their clash at PFL 1 in San Antonio, Texas on April 4th, 2024, Lisa Malden was feeling herself, and I mean really feeling herself. She dropped this bombshell message that had everyone talking. I'm gonna go for it. I want to win. I want this. I want this bad. I have the same mentality that I would for any fight. I want to win. That's the goal. My opponent, they just happen to be the person standing across from me. I just gotta do me.
I'm gonna go for it. I want to win. I want this. I want this bad.
And I have the same mentality that I would for any fight. I want to win.
Go, go, go.
That's the goal. My opponent, they're just happen to be the person standing across from me. I just gotta do me.
Now, there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? But when you're calling out Dakota Ditcheva, one of the most dangerous strikers in the division, you better be ready to back up those words. Lisa was talking like the victory was already hers, treating Dakota like just another obstacle in her path. Some fans respected Lisa's confidence, while others warned her that she was underestimating a dangerous opponent. But Lisa didn't seem fazed. She was locked in, focused, and ready to prove her doubters wrong.
You saw the smile on Dakota Ditcheva's face as she heard a couple of boo birds when she walked out. As she is fighting an American, she's an absolute rock star over on the European scene. That walkout song everybody gets to dance in, and here she takes the bag of Lisa Malden. Good work to get back to the feet.
Malden's a little wiry herself, though.
Yeah.
She's the one initiating the grappling on the mat. And she
Both long for this weight class, both wiry. Nice scramble by Ditcheva to get back to her feet.
As we took a look at this matchup, I thought one of the interesting things here was, Dakota Ditcheva is a superior athlete to everyone that she has fought so far in her career. I don't think it's as obvious that she is a superior athlete to Lisa Malden.
I agree with that.
So how did Dakota respond to all this talk? Well, if you know Dakota Ditcheva, you know she's not the type to get caught up in trash talk. She keeps it calm, keeps it professional, and lets her fists do the talking. But she did address Lisa's comments, and her response was ice cold. Here's what Dakota had to say. Same as always. I'm always expecting a tough fight, but I know that when I go in there, I always turn up. So, she's had a few stoppages through like submission and things like that. And I've had, a few stoppages the opposite way through striking. So it'll be nice to see how we match up and what happens in the fight. But you don't get to choose who you fight anyway. So to me, it didn't really matter who I was going against. I'm just excited to get in and get the first round done.
Same as always. I'm always expecting a tough fight, but I know that when I go in there, I always turn up. So, she's had a few stoppages through like submission and things like that. And I've had, a few stoppages the opposite way through striking. So it'll be nice to see how we match up and what happens in the fight. But, you don't get to choose who you fight anyway. So to me, it didn't really matter who I was going against. I'm just excited to get in and get the first round done.
Now that's how you respond. No disrespect, no unnecessary hype, just pure business. Dakota acknowledged Lisa's skills, but made it clear she wasn't intimidated. She pointed out their different fighting styles, striking versus submissions, and seemed genuinely excited to test herself. But notice that last line, I'm just excited to get the first round done. Looking back now, that almost feels prophetic, doesn't it? Because as we're about to see, Dakota meant every word.
Jab. Jab. 1, 2. Jab. 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 Double. Double up.
Dakota also took to Twitter to send her own message before the fight, keeping her response measured but confident. She was ready, and she wanted the world to know that all the talking stops when the cage door closes. As fight night approached, the tension was building. Lisa continued to exude confidence during media appearances and at the weigh-ins. She looked sharp, she looked ready, and she genuinely believed she had Dakota's number.
I like what Martin's doing with her legs. She's keeping that space.
Graces and French.
Oh, there we go. She's smart.
Steps across with the throw. Temporarily on top, Dakota Ditcheva scrambles right back to her feet.
Nice scramble again by Ditcheva.
I like the urgency from both ladies. In previous fights, we saw people getting a little bit relaxed. The urgency to escape immediately.
You can see a nasty swelling on the lead calf of Lisa Malden.
Dakota, on the other hand, remained stoic and focused. No extra words, no theatrics, just a fighter doing her job. But anyone who had watched her career knew what was coming. Dakota Ditcheva doesn't just win fights, she finishes them, and she finishes them violently. When April 4th rolled around in San Antonio, the arena was electric. Both fighters made their walks to the cage. Lisa looked confident, shadowboxing and bouncing on her toes. Dakota looked calm, almost eerily calm, like she already knew how this story was going to end. The opening bell rang, and both fighters came out aggressive. Lisa tried to take control early, throwing sharp strikes and moving forward, trying to make good on her promise. But Dakota was reading everything. She stayed patient, used her superior striking to pick Lisa apart. And then...
Cam can take us inside the smart cage for the action. Lisa Malden in the blue, Dakota Ditcheva in the black. I don't want to let that number be lost. The graphics show Dakota Ditcheva a minus 4,500 favorite as this fight begins.
Dakota started landing those brutal knees to the body. One landed clean, and you could see Lisa's whole demeanor change. She was hurt, bad. Dakota smelled blood and didn't let up. She mixed up her strikes perfectly. Punches, knees, movement, keeping Lisa guessing and unable to mount any real offense. Lisa tried to push back, tried to regain control, but Dakota's defense was too tight. Every time Lisa got close, Dakota would counter with power shots that sapped her energy. The pace was intense, but Dakota's conditioning and technical skill were on full display.
The rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, big nasty knee. She's in trouble.
That's the end.
Lisa's in big trouble.
Potentially, she's hammering away. Referee was looking closely. Lisa Malden looked for a moment like she was going to be finished, but no quit in this woman. Another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top.
Then came the final sequence. Dakota landed another devastating knee to the body, followed by a barrage of punches. Lisa was overwhelmed. The referee had seen enough and stepped in to stop the fight. All that talk, all that confidence from Lisa, and it was over in one round. Dakota did exactly what she said she would do. She showed up, she turned up, and she got the first round done, just in a way Lisa never expected.
Fight.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up.
Malden rises. More body shots. This one
there we go.
Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Catherine, the Animal Corgina. She weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. Her record also undefeated at 6 victories, including 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Catherine Corrigines sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva that would come back to haunt her. Catherine Corrigines: so, I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just
So I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just...
The American fighter was ready for war. She wanted the challenge. She wanted to bang. But what she didn't know was that she was calling out a knockout machine. Dakota Ditcheva's response was ice cold and calculated. Dakota Ditcheva, yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers. Yes.
All just talkers. Those words would prove prophetic. And after absolutely destroying Kurogini's in brutal fashion, Dakota took to Twitter with a simple message that echoed through the MMA world. Actions speak louder than words. Dakota Ditcheva and Catherine Kurogini's, a fight that shocked the entire USA. From trash talk to a brutal first-round finish, this match proved Dakota isn't just hype. She's a knockout machine.
Plum and a right hand.
Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
Let's break it down. The tension before this fight was palpable. Catherine Kurogini's, an aggressive American fighter with a reputation for toughness, wasn't backing down from anyone. She specifically called out Dakota, demanding the hard fight, the brawl, the battle. Kurogini's came into this matchup with confidence, having fought through tough competition. She believed her aggressive style and willingness to engage in firefights would be the key to handing Dakota her first loss.
A lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh, right hand. And there's the clinch.
And it's going to be a battle of 2 types of clinches. Kurogini's, of course, looking for the takedown. Ditcheva will look to stay in this clinch and try to set up knees to the body and shots upstairs with her punches.
But Dakota Ditcheva, she'd heard it all before. Throughout the entire PFL tournament, fighters talked. They promised, they threatened, and one by one, Dakota silenced them, not with words, but with knockouts. The British Muay Thai specialist had built her reputation on precision striking and devastating power. She wasn't interested in trash talk. She was interested in the results. And her Twitter response after the weigh-ins made her intentions crystal clear. She was there to prove Catherine was just another talker. The stage was set, the smart cage awaited, and only one fighter would walk out with their hand raised. When the cage doors closed at PFL 10, Catherine Kurogini's had her chance to back up every word she'd said. She wanted to brawl, she wanted to bang, and for about 60 seconds, she tried.
Very good, kid.
In and out!
Push, push, push. Who's the cage? Who's the cage? Who's the cage? Very good. Move away.
Circle! Yeah. Yes.
Nice work by Catherine Kurogini's to catch one of those front kicks from Dakota Ditcheva, but then excellent counter wrestling from Ditcheva to pummel in.
From the opening bell, Dakota Ditcheva came out calm, yet calculated. She maintained her signature upright Muay Thai stance, controlling the center of the smart cage with the confidence of a fighter who'd been here before. Kurogini's, true to her word, pushed forward early with that aggressive style she'd promised. But there was a problem. Catherine quickly realized she wasn't dealing with just another opponent. She was dealing with a different level of precision. Dakota began her work methodically. Stabbing front kicks tested the range. Stiff jabs forced Kurogini's to react rather than initiate. Every movement was purposeful. Every strike had intention behind it. About a minute into the round, Dakota started to find her timing. She landed a solid body kick that made Kurogini's step back, her body reacting before her mind could process the pain. Then came a clean right hand that snapped her opponent's head back violently. Catherine tried to implement her game plan. She attempted to close the distance and clinch, hoping to drag Dakota into the brawl she wanted. But Dakota easily shrugged her off and returned to striking range, maintaining the distance that suited her deadly skill set. The American fighter was game, but she was outclassed, and Dakota was just getting started. Then came the beginning of the end.
Gina's doing a great job of staying, keeping her back against the fence.
Oh. Ooh, big plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one!
Dakota landed a clean combination. A right hook followed immediately by a left body shot that visibly hurt Cora Jeans. You could see it in Catherine's eyes, the realization that she was in serious trouble. As Cora Jeans backed up toward the cage wall, survival instincts kicking in, Dakota pressed forward like a predator sensing wounded prey. She threw a flurry of punches with deadly accuracy. Each shot was thrown with bad intentions. Each strike was designed to finish the fight. The American fighter crumpled, and without hesitation, Dakota followed her down with brutal ground and pound shots. The referee had seen enough. He quickly jumped in to stop the fight, giving Dakota a first-round TKO victory. Another knockout, another statement, another fighter silenced. The commentary said it all. Dakota Ditcheva with a right hand. And the finish, another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
Catherine Corrigines wanted the hard fight. She got it. She wanted to brawl and bang. She tried. But Dakota Ditcheva proved once again that when you call out a knockout machine, you better be ready for the consequences. It was another statement win for the undefeated rising star, proving she wasn't just hype, but a serious force in the flyweight division. This wasn't an isolated incident. Dakota Ditcheva has made a career out of proving her doubters wrong. Not with words, but with knockouts.
Jab. 1, 2. Jab. 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 Double. Double up.
Tyla Santos came in with confidence, full glam, red lipstick, and designer sunglasses. She blew kisses at weigh-ins, threw subtle jabs, even applied fresh lipstick before walking to the cage. She wanted to play mind games. Dakota played a different game. She waited until the cage doors closed, then systematically dismantled Santos with technical striking. The Brazilian wanted to brawl. Dakota gave her a masterclass instead. By round 2, Santos's confidence showed cracks. A crushing knee to the body, a short elbow to the jaw, and precision ground and pound ended the fight. The lipstick was gone. The smirking stopped. Valentina Shevchenko called Dakota overrated before their April 2024 title fight. She claimed Dakota had never fought someone like her. The Italian came out aggressive, even managing to clip Dakota with a right hand early. But Dakota remained composed. A lightning-fast head kick, a devastating body shot. Clean counters that stunned Valentina. By round 3, Dakota landed a left hook that buckled her opponent's knees, followed by a spinning kick flush on the jaw. Another dominant victory, another championship secured.
Very difficult to put away.
Oh!
On a power strike!
That'll do it! Dakota Ditcheva with the third round finish!
What a finish. Beautiful work. Hard shot to the body. She's still hurt. Still can't breathe.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
Emma Bragg drops a massive bombshell on ring disrespect and almost slapped Dakota Ditcheva before their championship bout. But Dakota fired back with the perfect response that left Emma broken and in tears on the canvas.
When you make me watch 4 bad news. Yeah. Both ways, Dad.
She is the current ISKA British champion.
from Bolton, Muay Thai, Emma Bragg.
On November 1st, 2016, the ISA Flyweight Championship of Great Britain was on the line, and the tension was explosive. Emma Bragg walked into this fight with serious credentials: 21 fights, 15 wins, and only 6 defeats. She was the experienced veteran representing Team 2 in Bolton, her home territory. The crowd was behind her, and she had every reason to feel confident.
Fights, 8 wins, and not only a star of now, but touted as one of the real all-time stars of the future. And things go the way people believe they will for this young lady. Fighting out of Northern Spirit in Sale.
On the other side stood Dakota Ditcheva, the rising star from Northern Spirit in Sale. With just 8 fights and 8 wins, Dakota wasn't very famous yet. She was still early in her career, which gave Emma the confidence to not just challenge her, but to disrespect her. The physical differences were stunning. Both fighters competed at 50.5 kilograms, but Dakota stood incredibly tall for the weight class, giving her a massive reach advantage. The commentators couldn't believe the height difference when they faced off.
Mentality is everything in matches like these. Just look at the height difference there as they're brought together. Ditcheva, incredibly tall. I haven't got the stats on how tall she is, but as you say, goodness me.
But Emma wasn't intimidated. In fact, she was ready to make a statement before the fight even began. Before the fight, Dakota revealed her mental approach, and it was pure champion mentality. Nothing specific, really. You know, I train. I never specifically train for fights. I've never really seen on a fight before, not that I remember anyway. Probably been at shows, but not remembered that. So I haven't specifically trained for that. I've just worked hard throughout everything and, I don't know, spiritually and things like that, I just think positive. I don't think of anything other than winning. You never hear me say losing or anything like that, because I'm not here to lose. It's all about positive people.
Nothing specific really, I never specifically trained for a fight. I've never really seen on a fight before, not that I remember anyway. I've probably been at shows but not remembered it.
Yeah.
So I haven't specifically trained for that. I've just worked hard throughout everything, and I don't spiritually, things like that. I just think positive, I don't think of anything other than winning, you never hear me say losing or anything like that, because I'm not here to lose.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's all about positivity.
This wasn't just confidence, this was certainty. Dakota didn't study her opponents because she didn't need to. She trained to be unbeatable against anyone. While Emma was focused on Dakota, Dakota was focused on perfection. The commentators picked up on this too. One analyst noted, Dakota is really the girl of the moment in the women's division. She's fighting seemingly effortlessly, causing girls a lot of problems. She fights at high tempo. She likes to come forward. She's very aggressive. She's very fit. All those things combined can cause any opponent problems.
I think Dakota is really the girl of the moment, and in the women's division, she's fighting with, or seemingly effortlessly fighting, causing girls a lot of problems. She fights at high tempo. She likes to come forward. She's very aggressive. She's very fit. So all those things combined can cause any opponent problems. She's fighting a much more experienced girl.
When these two stepped into the ring for the referee's instructions, the body language told the entire story. Emma Bragg stood there with a cold, focused stare, almost menacing. She wanted to intimidate Dakota, to show her that experience would dominate youth. There were reports that Emma wanted to slap Dakota right there, to humiliate her publicly and prove she wasn't afraid of the hype.
Corner, coming to you by way of Northern Spirit, Dakota Ditcheva.
But look at Dakota, all smiles, nice and calm, completely relaxed. You wouldn't even know she was about to go into a 5-round championship fight. Looking at the body language, Emma Bragg looking very focused, almost that cold stare. In contrast, Dakota looking very, very relaxed, all smiles, nice and calm. You wouldn't know she was about to go into a 5-rounder.